Maybe this is do or die. Feel it in my veins tonight. Emotional suicide. You know it's an eye for eye. I didn't wanna walk the plank. But the Mariona, it came like the thunder. I was on my way to going under. Swimming in the banya, I was covered in a tidal wave. But I'm a fighter, trying to take me down, I'm going higher. Maybe you've been playing with some fire.
What is going on, bro? Welcome to the video. Nice little push workout today. And yes, the moment we've all been waiting for is finally here. My signature pre-workout collaboration with Transparent Labs, Beast Bulk, is finally live. And guys, not only does this have the most amazing sour gummy flavor that, like, I apologize in advance, it might make some of your taste buds actually explode. It's scientific. But we actually reworked the formula. We increased the caffeine up to 220 milligrams per serving, which for me is like the perfect amount. We also added in some other stuff like alpha size, alpha GPC, Infinergy D, caffeine malate. Basically, we crafted the perfect pre-workout formula that's gonna give you insane, clean energy, no jitters, amazing pumps, and you're not gonna crash after either. So click that first link down in the description if you want to pick it up. It's actually limited time release, so if this sells out, I'm not sure when they're going to restock it. We haven't decided that yet. There's a black version like this, and there's also a white version. The white version is 100% naturally sweetened, like the rest of Transparent Labs products. The black version, I convinced them to put a little bit of artificial sweetener in there. It's nothing unhealthy. It's just something they don't normally do, so the taste is a little better. At the end of the day, you make the choice, white or black. First link in description. Now, it has officially been 1 month or 5 weeks?
5 weeks.
5 weeks since we left downtown Austin and moved to Houston. And when we made the move, I got so many comments that were like, bro, why would you leave downtown Austin? It's beautiful. It's such a cool city. It's perfect for your drone shots and skirting around on your little e-bike. And now that we've kind of started to settle in here and we've had a month here, I gotta be honest with you guys, like, it has not gone, it's not gone like we expected. So for breakfast, we got a everything bagel with bacon, egg, and cheese, as well as some hash browns. And I have a good feeling because as we were walking in, the owner of the place, he's like super New Yorker. He's like, why are you filming my bagel shop? And when you know someone from New York opens a bagel shop, even if it's down in Texas, like, the expectations are set high. That's a 9 out of 10. That's a 9 out of 10 bagel sandwich.
It's a 9 out of 10. You have the Reuben, buddy? It's 27 out of 10.
I have to come back and try the Reuben. 27 out of 10, he says.
It's the end, so it's kind of like one, but the end of the bread.
So if you found out from Boston, now he's making me try
That's half of one.
his Reuben. This is a half. This is a half one.
Yeah.
Oh my.
It's like it's all 7 out of 10. I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking you. That's the best Reuben I've had. Probably 9.55 out of 10. All right, so when we first moved into our house here in Houston, we were on this emotional high. We had just seen our house be constructed from scratch, and it was this amazing process to witness. And we were finally in the house. We've been looking forward to it for so long.
We were so excited.
We had all these brand new pieces of furniture coming in.
We got to decorate.
Yeah, it was amazing. And then like a week in, we got COVID, which sucked because, you know, we were sick and we had to quarantine for 14 days. But I think it really made us aware that we felt kind of lonely.
Yeah.
Like, we were in this big house, just me and Julia.
It was kind of empty.
And we realized, like, yo, we don't really have a social circle here. There's a couple friends we have that are good, but other than that, I just have like a lot of acquaintances. And I remember one night I couldn't fall asleep, and I looked over to Julia and I was like, I think we fucked up. I miss Austin so much. I want to be back in downtown Austin.
Yeah, and I felt the same way. I felt like we were super isolated, and I just missed the convenience of living downtown.
I miss walking out my front door and having everything at my fingertips, having these amazing tall buildings next to this cool lake that runs through the city. We can walk the dogs across the lake to the coolest dog park in the world. There's breakfast taco restaurants. There's really cool, trendy, different types of stores and restaurants everywhere. It's just such a beautiful, unique city that matched our lifestyle of having the dogs and filming and being, you know, fit and active so perfectly. And now we're like, We're
In a
in this
house.
suburb. We don't really know anyone. We don't have any go-to spots.
We're in a neighborhood. It's just so different.
And we were just like, man, I think we fucked up. I think we made a massive mistake.
Wake up to the money, turn me right on. You look like you got just with no lights on. A Superman that spin like a cyclone. Fit check spin like a cyclone. Wake up to the money, turn me right on.
So we got a little Beast Industries field trip to IKEA because Julia and Bethany, they're converting one of the upstairs bedrooms into like the female Beast office.
Yeah.
Feminine Beast Industries.
Yeah, we needed space away from David.
So let me give y'all one piece of advice. If you're coming to IKEA looking for a sofa and you see this nice L sofa with the pull-out, do not get it. This is
Literally the piece of shit. It's the worst.
it's the piece of shit. It's called the Freeheaten, and it's the one we had at our apartment.
It will break.
It will break very quickly. By the way, this dope outfit that I'm rocking right here, this super comfy hoodie, the shorts with the white shorts with the black mesh liner. Check it out, hoodie's got the black on black edge across the chest. All of this part of the hometown launch coming late January. Julie and Bethany have literally been searching through the pillows for the last like 40 minutes. It's insane how much endurance girls have when it comes to shopping for like the most basic shit.
I only need 6 pillows.
Think fast.
I'm not athletic.
Hey Julia, think fast.
Dude, think fast.
You have to protect the camera first. Gotta think camera first when you're filming. Apparently IKEA just has nothing in stock. It's like, they're even worse than Edge Lifestyle, man. All we got was these pillows. All right, so a couple days, actually it was probably a week after I had that night where I started regretting moving to Houston, and I was still feeling the same way. But then, I had a lot of time to reflect and meditate on it because I was stuck at home with COVID, and I had this realization that the same pattern repeats itself in my life over and over and over again, where I make this big life change and then immediately after I start to regret it. It's like when I decided to break up with my previous girlfriend, I knew it was a toxic relationship that always made me anxious and it wasn't healthy. But for 3 or 4 months afterwards, I regretted it and I wanted to be back with her. When I quit my job as a software engineer to become a personal trainer, my paychecks got way less. I was struggling to sell personal training and find clients, and I started to regret it. I was like, what am I doing, man? I should be back working that safe, secure job. But it's like, thank fucking God that I did not get back with my ex, because that time alone, hurting is what finally kind of freed me from female validation. And after that, I've no longer felt needy when I've met new girls. And thank God I didn't go back to the software job, because I eventually grinded up my personal training business. And even though that didn't end up being what I did for the rest of my life, like, it set me on the path to doing what I'm doing now, filming YouTube videos, working for myself. Like, bro, we all have that friend who they break up with that girlfriend who they shouldn't be with, but then they immediately get back together with her, and what happens? Like a year later, they have an even more violent, ugly breakup. Or you have a friend who finally moves away from his hometown, goes somewhere new, you're cheering for him, but then it doesn't immediately work out, and then he goes right back to his hometown. I guess I'm saying the lesson here is that before you make a big life change, you need to remind yourself that it's gonna suck at first. You're gonna regret it because you just took yourself out of your comfort zone, so you're gonna crave going back to that comfort. But this is like that make or break period. And if you stay with it, you keep doing the new thing, you're gonna learn so much about yourself and you're gonna grow. And that's how I have to look at Houston now. I'm back at square one, having to rebuild a social circle that takes me outside of my comfort zone. I'm no longer living downtown where I've been living for the last 10, 12 years of my life, and it's going to be an adjustment. And even if ultimately I go back to Austin or the downtown life, I need to give Houston a chance. I need to accept this challenge, and I need to move forward because it's only going to lead to a lot of personal growth.
In the dead of night.
So tonight Julie's cooking up her world famous, well maybe not world famous, Beast Nation famous buffalo chicken quesadilla. This is like a consistent 9 out of 10. Max has never had this before.
This is my first. I feel like I've only had chicken buffalo dip. I've never had it in like a sandwich or quesadilla.
Yeah, no, it's
Quesadilla. I'm gonna try that out. If I burn my mouth, I'm gonna be really angry. That might be a 10 out of 10. That's really good.
Is that an honest 10 out of 10, or is that like we had you over for dinner? You have to give it a 10 out of 10.
You got a lot of chicken, a nice buffalo, little zing, not too saucy, not too light. This is fantastic.
10 out of 10. What can I say?
It's 9 out of 10.
I've never had like.
So the trick is that you put some Doritos inside of the quesadilla, and it gives a little bit of crunch. You missed out.
Is that like the French fries and the burger thing?
No. I think that bumped it up to a 9.3 out of 10.
It still isn't a 10 out of 10.
If you play your cards right, you might make it to a 9.5 one day.
So I will say that since I've started to like, I guess, adopt this mindset that I'm expecting it to be a little bit more challenging, adapting to the life here, I think we've started to like appreciate it more. Like, we don't have downtown at our fingertips anymore, but we do have a backyard that's amazing for the dogs. Like, they're obsessed with just being out there and running around all day. I have this super dope office that's not only looks great for filming, but like I'm insanely productive there. We finally have garage space, not only for our cars, but like we built the dopest home gym ever. And I'm even starting to kind of fall in love with these home improvement projects. I never thought I would, but like I really enjoy it. And like, we were just able to host the homie Dave and his girlfriend Oyuki here for Christmas. So it's like they had their own space. We didn't have that, like that awkward, when you have a friend over in an apartment, like it's good, but they always kind of get on your nerves, you know. It's like, bro, pick your shit up. Like, you can't leave that there, man.
And now we didn't even have to worry about them. They had their own space and it was amazing.
Yeah, like, it's been a few more weeks now. Now I'm actually starting to think that this area and this lifestyle is a much better match for our lives, for both of us working from home and having the dogs and everything. And of course, it doesn't hurt to have good old Max over here.
Hey, I'm always down to hang out, man. I'm gonna get to the point where you're like, hey, Max, we hung out like last 3 nights. Why don't you just get dinner on your own, you know?
The funny thing is, we had plans to hang out and watch a movie tomorrow night, and somehow.
Well, now that we're doing tonight, we don't need to hang out tomorrow.
He heard that I was making my famous quesadilla and had to come over.
He actually wanted to go Chipotle, but we convinced him to give it a try.
Yeah.
And we're about to take advantage of this movie room and check out this movie, Skylines. Got 52% of Rotten Tomatoes. I got a good feeling about this. I'm predicting 7.5 out of 10. So Max said that was the worst movie he's ever seen in his life. I give it like a 4 out of 10, 4.5 out of 10. Not recommended. Not recommended. Anyway, yeah, man, I'm excited to see what comes next for us here in Houston. And like, I cannot encourage you enough to do this from time to time and make big life changes. Move somewhere new. Try a different career. Because even though it's gonna suck at first, like, you don't get to the next level by doing the same thing over and over. You have to shake it up from time to time, make yourself uncomfortable, because you're gonna figure it out and you're just gonna launch yourself forward. If you're still watching the video, I appreciate you so much, man. Hit that thumbs up button. If you're new to the channel, go ahead, click subscribe and turn notifications on, because I drop 2 new videos every single week and you don't want to miss them. I will talk to all of y'all in the next video. Stay beastly.